Mute everybody. There we go. Oh, Glenn, I didn't see you there, buddy. Good to see you. In fact, good to see everybody. Thanks for taking the time to come on this call. This is kind of an exploratory. When I get involved in big projects and people want to know, carry out a viability study or something, before we even get to the viability study, we do an exploratory meeting to figure out who's basically going to be involved, what the benefits are, and so on. So is it worthwhile even doing a viability study? And so that's kind of what this is. It's an exploratory to find out whether there's an interest or an appetite in what I'm about to propose. As far as I know, nobody's ever done this before. Nobody's even thought of doing it. I prepared a little PowerPoint presentation, so I will go through that with you guys, and hopefully you will have all of the answers that you need within a few minutes. I think it's only going to take me about 10 minutes to propose this, and then I'll be open to questions. I'll be amazed if you haven't got a load of questions. So what's happening? What's going on? We think that there's a company claiming to have access to CMB funds and having the ability to return your funds to you. Okay, and I came across them a few weeks ago, and I started down the road, and I came to a little bit of a roadblock, mainly because they're asking for a lot of money. But we'll cover that in a minute. So this isn't just lost money. So if you got in and you put some money in and you never got that money back out, then you can recover that. But also, if you put money in and didn't get to the point of recovering your money, because if you recall, there was an 8-month. You had to wait 8 months before you could recover your capital. So you can also recover your earnings. So let me just clarify this. Anything I say now, I'm not vouching for the veracity of it. I'm not saying it's true. Okay, I'll say that up front because it'll save me having to dance around, supposedly and allegedly and all this sort of nonsense. Okay, so just take what I'm saying as I don't know if it's true. This is just what I've been told. And then when we get onto the bits that I do know that are true, I'll tell you that. Now, the problem with this company is they require an upfront payment. The good news is that many ex-CMBers apparently are reporting they got their money back. I've received a few messages from people today saying they got all their money back, and they've provided me with the transaction ID, the hash number from where they got the money back, so I can go on the blockchain and check that much money went through that transaction at that time. I can't prove where it came from or where it went to, but I can prove that there was a transaction of that amount at that time. But they've sent me pictures of their wallets that have received the money and so on and so forth. So okay, I'll cover that in just a second. And so what's the problem? The problem is they're asking for money up front, and without guarantees, I'm reluctant to give them more than about $100. When I originally started talking to them, they said, right, you need to pay $100 to open this account where we can put your money, which I did. I'm prepared to put $100 in. So if all they wanted was $100, I will pay that gladly, and I actually have. However, they're asking for $100 account opening fee and $2,000 account linking fee. I think that $2,000 varies depending on how much you're claiming back. It might be a percentage, but for me it was $2,000, and I don't want to risk losing $2,000. It's as simple as that. So if it's $100, yes. If it's $2,000, then my answer is no. But then I had a brilliant idea, as of course all of my ideas are brilliant, which is why we're having this meeting. In an altruistic vein, I don't want to see all of you lose $2,100 either. Many of you are in platforms that I'm running and planning to run with for a number of years. You're my friends, you're my colleagues. We're in this online business space together, and I don't want to see you lose that money. I don't want to have a name for being the sort of person who leads people into losing that sort of money. As many of you know that about me. So this presentation is to make you a proposal, and my proposal is that some of you, and you haven't got to all do it, but some of you pay a small fee of $100. Give it to me. Give me all your money, please. And when I've got $2,000, then I will pay the money and I will recover my funds. Now, my promise to you is that if that works, if it doesn't work, we've all lost $100. If it does work, then what I promise I will do is that $2,100 that it's costing me, I will, and so I get my money back refunded to me. All of those people that paid that $100 to me to help me do this, I will fund that recovery effort for them. So I will pay the $100 account opening fee and their $2,000 or the equivalent, whatever it is, $3,000, $1,500, whatever it is. I will lend that to them to recover their funds. Then when you recover your funds, then you give me back the money I've lent you. Okay, so what that means is it's apart from the $100 that you're going to give me, it's a no risk option. Okay, so you can quite easily then say, yes, I'll pay that $2,100, give me my money back. And if it doesn't work, I've lent you the money and that then gets wiped out. You don't owe me the money anymore. Okay, and so that's what I'm proposing. So this means that we share the risk and we minimize the risk to each of us to $100. Now, if I can't recover my funds, then you wouldn't have been able to either. But it would have cost you $2,100 to find that out. And some of you will say, I wouldn't do that anyway. I'm just going to walk away if it's $2,100. But some of you would be tempted to spend $2,100 to see if you can recover that money. And I understand that if you've got $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 that you can get back from CMB, fully understand the temptation to fork out another 2,000. But doing it my way, you wouldn't have to fork out that money. So what's the solution? And I've prepared a Google document that you can access, and you can complete the document, pay your $100 share, and I will also be able to, through that form, I'll be able to track who's paid and who hasn't. So people that have paid their share will be eligible for me to loan them the money they need to recover their own funds. People that haven't paid their share will not be eligible for me to loan them the money they need to recover their own funds. And if I'm successful in recovering my funds, I will refund the $100 to everybody. And if I'm not successful, then we've shared in a loss of $100. If I get too much money back, then I would share that out in equal proportions across everybody that sent me some money. This isn't my plan. This isn't my plan to get $100 off you to make some money. This is my plan to share the risk so that we can all get funds back from CMB if in fact they are refunding. So the first issue is trust. If you don't trust me, don't even think about doing this. And that's not, I'm not asking you to, that's not me being snotty. That's just me saying, if you don't trust me, then don't worry about it. Thanks for turning up. Thanks for watching the video, whatever it is you're doing. But don't do this, because I don't want you coming to me later with hate mail of nasty phone calls and telling people I lost this money for you and this sort of thing. That's, if you can't see what I'm trying to do is actually trying to benefit you as well as benefit myself, then don't do it. The second issue is the financial risk. By joining this project, you're risking $100. $100 is no small feat. You could probably take your girlfriend out for a meal for $100. Of course, if it's your wife, it would need a lot more than that. But don't do both on the same evening. That's all I'd say. But doing this on your own exposes you to about $2,000 of risk rather than $100. I've already paid my $100 to open the account in a company called hannahholding.com. So let's have a look at Hannah Holding. And let me change the share. Okay, so this is Hannah Holding, and it's basically an off-the-shelf website. As a website is rubbish. They purport to have properties for rent and for sale and that sort of thing, but it's rubbish. They haven't. I don't think this website is actually functional like that. I think these people just set it up so they can get the money from CMB and put it in here. So let's have a look at. Let's log in. Remember me. There's a box missing. There it is. Sign in. So what I can show you here is in my balance in this account, I've got $82,705 that they put there. They've told me that's what they've recovered from CMB and put in this account for me. Okay, so we know that they've done that much. Whether that's real money, whether it's just numbers on the screen, we've got no way of knowing. Okay, but that's supposedly now when I pay another $2,000 into this same account that supposedly is my account, and I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but it's supposedly my account, pay another $2,000 in, and that will activate this account, and I can then withdraw the whole $84,705 back to my own wallet. So you know, these that's what they've done so far. So let's stop the screen share and go back to. Okay, we're back on the PowerPoint. So the third issue is I don't trust them. They say the money sat there and all I have to do is add additional 2,000 linking fee to my account and I can withdraw all of the funds, including the 2,000 and the original $100. The fact is that they made this account for me. I didn't make this account. So the website itself seems off the shelf and doesn't seem to work, doesn't suit any purpose. You can't deposit money and things like this. So this means I don't have the keys to my own wallet. And of course, as some of you know, in the crypto world, we say if it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. If whoever's got the keys to your wallet, it's their crypto because they can take it anytime they want. However, of course, what I would do is take this money out of here pretty quickly. So what's the upside? The upside is that many people are shouting about the fact they've gotten their funds returned. Let's just find the, if I can. It's a web, no, it's not, it's a Telegram channel. Called CMB Official Refund. And there's plenty of people in there, so by all means go there and have a look at it. CMB Official Refund. And the people in there are saying, you know, do this and do that and register here and then open this account. But there are other people like you, supposedly like you and I, but of course I don't know any of these people. I've written to several of them, and there's one that there now. The chap's just said, "This new year is starting lit. After so many years, CMB choose to refund us. Thanks so much for coming through. Now that's really hard for my household. Got my money back completely yesterday." And then a chap called Richard Ellis has posted a picture of his dashboard. I'm not sure what his dashboard is of. Might even be the Hannah Holding account, showing that he's got $43,612 in there. So yeah. Oh, I see. So that's his, probably something like his trust wallet. So there's a little bit of some other money, other coins in there, but he's there's a transaction there for $43,000 come into him. So, you know, and I've written to him and said, is this real? And he said yes. So, you know, it's a case of how many people have to tell me yes before I start trusting them, and the answer is quite a lot. So for me, it's worth $100 risk, but it's not worth a $2,100 risk. If it doesn't work, it's cost $100 for us to be able to state definitively that it is a scam, and therefore we can start putting messages out there to that effect and protecting other people. However, if it does work, we'll all get our money back in a relatively risk-free way. So this is the Google document. And in fact, what I'll do is I'll take you to the Google document, because I want to talk through it with you. And hopefully you can see the Google document now. This is just something I knocked up in Google Forms. This is a pledge to crowdfund the recovery of CMB funds. By submitting this form, you pledge to donate $100 or less to me to support my efforts to reclaim my money from CMB. You complete this form on the understanding that an equal share of this operation will be no more than $100. So I'm not going to suddenly come back to you and say, oh, we've only got, because to get $100, so to get the 2,000, I need 20 people to stump up $100. I'm not going to suddenly come back and say, oh, well, I've only got 10 people, so you make it 200. If we can't do this with 20 people with $100, then I won't do it. If an equal share of the operation will cost more than $100, the operation will be abandoned, your money returned to you. You commit to pay your pledged share immediately in Bitcoin or USDT TRC20 to the address below, and there's both addresses there and there. I don't think I need to give you like 16 different addresses to send money to. If this attempt to recover my funds is not successful, your payment will be lost. But if this attempt to recover my money is successful, in return, I pledge to work with you to help recover your funds from CMB. I'll lend you any account opening fees that are needed, and I'll also lend you any linking fees that may be required to effect your attempts to recover your funds. These loans will be repayable immediately on receipt of your funds in Bitcoin or USDT TRC to the above wallet address. Okay, so I'd lend you the 2,100, you get your money back, you pay me back. Your email address will appear in there. And I would suggest you tick that box to say, yes, send me a copy of this once it's completed. This is me saying, you know, I confirm, that's me signing to say, yes, I will do this. Okay. So it's kind of as legally binding as I can make it. And then you just put in your name, your email address, your phone number, and then confirm that you've sent it in Bitcoin or in USDT. Put in here your wallet address and the transaction ID. Okay, and the wallet address is so that if I have to give you your money back in the future, I've got your wallet address. And the transaction ID is just where it says I can keep track of the fact that you've paid the $100. So you fill in all that, click on submit, and I'll receive the money. When I've got enough money, I will then proceed to make the payment, see what I have to do to recover my funds. Okay, so the no, I can't copy that, can I? No. Okay, I'll put this in the description in the video. We're going to do that. I jumped too quick. Okay, well, let me put this one. This is the longer one. I'm going to put that in the chat. Meeting group chat. Okay, so there's the link in the chat. And if you're trying to copy this down from watching this on YouTube, I've made the short link there so that it's easier for you to look at. It's d2pu.short.gy/lowercase k for kilo, uppercase M for Mike. I believe that's a capital I, lowercase t, capital K, 6. So I think that's kind of what I was, the message I wanted to get across. So thank you for your time and attention, and wishing us all every success with this project. So let's stop the share and let's allow everybody to unmute. Lost them for them. There we go. All right, participants to unmute themselves. There you go. So feel free to unmute yourselves, ask any questions, give me some feedback. Is it a waste of time? Should we just give up and not even bother? Are you absolutely convinced it's a scam, or we just be idiots if we did this?
I'm in.
Andy, all right. So you go first. No
Well,
problem.
Yeah, no, I'm in. I'll get you $100. Can you loan me $100?
Yeah, of course.
You can have my 100, Andy.
What
Okay,
kind of
well,
a time frame are you looking to get this money in? Because I have to transfer money, and every time I have to transfer money, it takes me a week to get it to where I need it to go.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking of the next couple of days. I mean, I didn't want to drag it out too long.
All right. Andy, did you say that you what is your trust level of these people, this real estate company that supposedly got the money back?
I'd say just a little bit above zero. The
Just a
only
little
thing,
bit above zero. Oh, so you really don't trust them very much.
no, which is kind of why I'm doing this, because I don't want to take all the risk myself. And then if you come across these people, you might have to take all the risk yourself and so on. I'm trying to make this a collaborative crowdfunding operation. So if it works for me, then I will pay your fees so that, to get your money back.
Yeah.
Do you know how long from when you pay the money it takes for you to get the money back?
From what I can see, it's a couple of days.
And is the 87,000 a true reflection of what you're due?
No, it should be 97,000, but I've actually moved some money around within that account. So there's actually 97,000 in there.
That's the
Right.
gross amount?
Yeah. You know, some of you will have a lot more than that.
I wish. Andy, for what it's worth, I'd pitch in, no problem.
Excellent.
But if you ask me whether I have any faith in them, just like you, I'd say pretty low. Because I don't see why, if they got the money, why would they be wanting more? All right, but
Well,
you know.
they okay. According to what they tell me, they've got no access to this money apart from to put it in an account, and the linking fee is so that we can prove that we are the rightful owner of that money. So I'm not quite sure how that works.
Okay, so
they have been consistent with what they've been saying about that. They've also been telling people not to post their transaction IDs on in Telegram because it might open them up to scammers. But people are still posting their transaction IDs and things in this Telegram group and also in private messages to me.
Well, I'll put it down to taking the girlfriend out for a meal. All right, so
Okay, don't tell your wife.
don't tell the wife.
So this fee is about 2% roughly. Okay,
Okay, I'm not sure if it's a flat rate or,
yeah,
or not.
roughly, as far as we can gauge. Right. So what's in it for them? If you're getting your money back and the 2,000 back, what are these guys? They're not doing it because they just love humanity. What are they making out of it?
That's a good question, Chris. I don't know.
Is there a way for you to find out?
I've not asked them that question.
Yeah.
So it would look like they've already got the funds, Andy. Whether they give it to you or not, they've already got the funds. Would that be true?
No, apparently they can't get hold of the funds for themselves. They've got to try and reunite it with their with its rightful owner. So
that would kind of make sense if that was true. Then of course they're getting the sort of 2%, and they're transferring the rest.
But Andy said
Yes.
the 2%, the 2,000 come back to him. It makes more sense to me if the 2,000 doesn't come back to you, and they get to keep that, but you get the balance.
Yes, but what they've told me is that they've got no access to that account that they say is mine. The 2,000 it triggers an automated process, so that that money can then be released to the wallet from which the $2,000 came.
Yes, but then do they also return the 2,000, or do they keep the 2,000 as their fee for doing it?
The 2,000 is nothing to do with them. They don't go. It doesn't go anywhere near them. They don't touch it. They don't. They
Okay.
can't keep it. They can't do anything with it.
All right.
The money goes from my external account. This is only what they're telling me. It goes from my external account to that account, which triggers the unlocking of that account or the unblocking of that account, and then I can access it to withdraw it myself.
Right. Oh, count me in.
Okay. Well, all you need to do is go to the Google site or the Google form, fill it in, and send the money to that address. And I promise I won't run off and spend the money. If we don't do this, I'll return the money to you. I promise.
So is the Google form on your
I've just put the link for it in the chat to this.
In the chat.
Yeah, in the
Okay.
chat to this meeting. Right, we've got
Yeah.
30 set. Oh, we've got how many chats have we got?
I think it said somewhere in the presentation that the monies available are not just up to the amount that was lost, but that might include the earnings.
Yes.
That's a lot. Earnings up till the time. Earnings up to what point? Because that could be a lot of money.
Yeah, when basically the last screenshot you've got of how much money you had in your account, and if you haven't got a screenshot, then just come up with a figure that you think is reasonable. Don't say a million.
Okay.
Don't say
Up
$1
to the
million
point,
if it was $200.
all right, up to the point of their collapse.
Yeah. So if it was roughly $30,000, just say it was $30,000.
All right, so from about a month ago or something.
Yeah, I had a screenshot from about 3 weeks before the site went down, and they added on a few more dollars to that. So they added on about another $5,000 or $6,000.
So we're
that
talking
screenshot.
about 3 or 4 times the amount that we lost.
No, you
In other
want
words,
just the amount that you lost. So
Oh,
if your account
just the
was worth
amount
50,
that we lost and not the rewards.
no, the rewards, Tom, whatever you've earned, if you put in, can I talk figures because I know what your figures are? No, I won't. Okay, if you were looking at your account every day and it said that there's $75,000 there, then claim back $75,000. Even though you didn't put $75,000 in, you've earned those rewards, so that was your money. So claim back the $75,000.
All right, so in other words, if a person put in it to make it easy, $1,000, they still could be getting $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 depending
Yes.
on when they put the money in.
Yes.
So from the time of the point of their loss to the time of the point of the collapse.
Not even that is when the site collapsed. There was a figure there that said what your wallet was worth.
What it was worth.
Your e-wallet. How much money was in your e-wallet to claim?
Okay, so
that?
so
that's
we
what you
could
claim back.
All right, so by doing this, we stand to make if it works, or if they are telling the truth, we stand to make the profit of what we expected.
Yes.
Okay.
Not being strong in history, can you give me a date of the collapse? I've forgotten what it was.
Oh,
It was the end of April.
Which year?
it was this year. Sorry, last year.
23, April 23.
Are you sure about that, Walter? I thought it was a bit later than that.
I thought it was more like June.
Collapse was let's see, was supposed to be December.
Let me see.
It's
See if I
around
can find a wee spreadsheet
the
here.
end of November, the beginning of December.
No, that was Vector, Tom.
Oh, I'm thinking Vector.
CMB.
My last successful withdrawal was in the end of April. After that, I didn't receive any other withdrawals, and so everything after that was collapsed.
Okay, I'm just checking my spreadsheet. And
I have a question. When you go into this Hannah Holdings, does it show how much you're supposed to have in your account?
Yeah, it's what was in your e-wallet. So, for example, if you put $1,000 in and you earn some commissions and you earn some daily returns, that all went into your e-wallet and you withdrew it, then you've had that money. But if you then it built up again and you had $5,000 in your e-wallet and you hadn't had a chance to withdraw that $5,000, that's what you claim back.
Okay. Are you signing in with your CMB password, or because when I went to Hannah Holdings, it asked for a new password?
Yeah, don't actually sign up with them yet until we've got this until we're at the point of you claiming your money back. Because I'll introduce you to them, and then or you can introduce yourself if you want to. But then if you do that, you'll be paying your own expenses.
Sure.
But they will provide us
something
with
fun.
instructions about how to sign up and what to do.
Okay, the wolf.
So yeah, that's a good point to everybody that's listening to this. Don't just go and sign up in Hannah Holdings, otherwise you won't be able to be part of what we're trying to do. Okay, but when you talk to them, they will tell you what to do to get your account started, what information they need from you, and then we'll take it from there. But if you want to do this with me, then don't do that just yet, and we'll work through that. So when I get my money, then we'll work through how to get your money.
And
So-
Andy, if
Good.
we're not sure of what we've got in our account, I can't remember now. Going back, I didn't take a screenshot.
You just use your best guess, Bindi. Don't try and screw it, otherwise it's no good will come of that. But if you honestly believe it was 10,000, ask for 10,000. If you honestly believe it was 20,000, ask for 20,000.
Well, Andy,
Melvin, yes.
This is Melvin.
Yes.
I took a screenshot of the last date that I looked at mine. It was like 5,500. So is it worth spending that money to get the 5,500, the 2,100, or just $100 or what?
Yeah, because you get the $2,100 back as well.
Oh, okay.
So yes, absolutely.
Okay. Because I got several screenshots, but my last one was like on May the 29th.
Okay. Yeah, I would just add a couple of $1,000 onto that figure. I think that's a reasonable amount, another 2 or 3 weeks worth of money.
Okay, good.
Walter, you had your hand up, my friend, but I didn't get to you in time.
Yeah, I had my hand up, but the question was already asked, so I took it back down.
Okay.
Simply, I don't have a screenshot of evidence, so but best guess is what we're going with. So
Yeah, well, I was just up front with them. I said this is one from a few weeks before, and like I said, they added probably about $10,000 to it. So
for now, do no Fridays now, and then in the summer when.
however, what if you don't have any evidence of the screenshot? Do they quibble with you?
But then the other flip side.
I've not heard that they do. No.
All I'm then doing is babysitting whatever.
Are you going to be investigating this a little bit more?
I told Billy that once, and Billy's like.
Al, is that Peggy?
Sales manager.
No, it's Al.
Yeah, I can hear Peggy in the background, can I?
Oh, yeah, she's talking over there to Laura. Yeah, but I just popped on. I just got the message now and my battery's going to die. I'm on my cell phone.
Okay.
So I might have to see the recording.
Yeah, I'll make sure the recording will go in the CMB Heritage site. So
Okay.
Becky, to answer your question, no, I'm not going to investigate anymore.
You got it.
I've kind of investigated as much as I can without actually paying the $2,000. I've got as far as I can get. So that's really that's the purpose of this call.
There's Marlin and then there's mine.
Okay.
Wouldn't you have thought that if there was a way to get this money, or if this was legitimate,
Well, you have a good
and I'm not saying it's
Right.
not,
You know,
because you spend
Okay.
time researching
Just
it.
if you hold
But
early
if
to
there
transfer
was, that the money would be able to, it would not be non-refundable, but it would be able to be put in something like an escrow account, so it would be refundable.
Yeah, I don't know, Tom. Sorry. If I had any more information, it would have been in my PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah,
So,
that not knowing, but that's just an opinion question. What wouldn't it be your opinion, or wouldn't it be logical? I'm just asking, wouldn't you think that it could be put in something like an escrow fund? In other words, a refundable fund. why could it
Yeah,
not?
but that would have had to be set up before CMB went bust. I don't think CMB ever had any plans to go bust.
It was
And
set up before.
Lacey on the call has made an interesting point that if it's true the government seized these funds, then they're not available to be refunded to us because they've been seized by the government. However, part of me doesn't believe that they were seized by the government. I think this company was forced out of pretty much out of business because of regulators, not because of anything they did wrong. And I really don't believe the government seized all their money. But I could be wrong. I don't know any more than you guys do.
Andy, the same thing's going down on Novatech at the same thing, and all they say, you know, we're going to take you to court and all this stuff. But, you know, the chance of seeing any money is pretty slim.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for that, Al. Donnell, can you unmute yourself? See you got your hand up.
Yes, I mean, I just wanted, you didn't have anybody on the program that has already received some of their funds. Nobody's on there right now, right? On the program with us.
No, as far as I know, all the people that I engage with on this site, this Telegram group, where they post and say, "I've got all my money back," I then get into a private conversation with them, and I ask them for their story. I ask them for their information, and all they try to do is to reassure me that they've got their money back. And they send me screenshots and things like that to try and prove it. So, and again, that's partly why I haven't just walked away from this and said it's clearly a scam. It's because there are people there saying, "I've got my money back." And,
Yeah.
And so, yeah,
So that,
this is like the third option.
Yeah.
The options are walk away and do nothing, pay the $2,000 myself and expose myself to all that risk. And if I get my money back, don't bother helping you guys, or do something where we can all share the risk and share the rewards if there are any, on the clear understanding there may not be any rewards. It may be $100 down the drain.
right, right. It'd be nice if one of them, if you do another call, which this is on a handful of the people that was in CMB, you do another call. If we could just get maybe one or two of those people to just come on and share some knowledge with us, that'd be good. I mean, because it get more positive. I'm willing to just take a risk to say, hey, give you $100 and just go. But if you had somebody to come in and say, hey, I received my money, they ain't got to show us much, just their word and say, yes, I did. I did receive it. And it's true, guys. You know, that'd be good. And I know you probably feel like we do. It'd be nice if you could get them in. So you may not be able to. I'm not sure.
Yes, the things like the questions I've been asking them are, who are you upline and do you know these people and this sort of thing? Because what I'm trying to ascertain is any of these people that have received their money back or claim to have, do I know them? Can I verify that who they are? You know, was I ever on a Zoom call with them or anything like this? Because that would give the whole thing a lot more weight. Of course, people still lie, but if I know that it was somebody who was in CMB and they got their money back, that's more, not more guarantee. It's just I feel more comfortable. At the moment, these people might be all ringers, but putting these messages out there from this company that's trying to scam everybody. So if I knew that they were a genuine CMB person, then I would. The only has 80k funders, there's 40 people, first come, first served. Thanks for that, Glenn. And Glenn also said it's actually worth $500. So, I'll thank you for that. Yeah, so these people, even the people saying they got their money back, they may be all part of the scam. We just don't know.
Well, at least you're willing to go out front and test it for us. So that'd be great, to get that done. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for your faith in me, Donna. Much appreciated. Ginger, do you got your hand up? Do you want to?
Yeah. I just wanted to say that on my notes, the last I have of CMB being up was the first part of July. And
yeah, that's what I thought.
On the second note, yes, I'm in. I'll send you $100. I think it's worth the risk since between my husband and I, we have about 10 grand in there. So I'm with you.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Well, thanks for that vote of faith and confidence, Ginger. It really means a
Oh,
lot
thank
to me.
you. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So that's pretty much all I want to say. Lacey, sorry, I missed what you said there. Lacey, it disappeared. You can always come and talk to us. You know, you haven't got to keep posting messages.
Andy, just a thought. If we know how many of us are willing to contribute,
Yeah.
and you only need 2,000, so in theory, if there were more than 20 of us,
Yeah.
would that reduce the amount each one of us has got to pay in?
Yes. Yeah. What I would do is I would work it all out and produce a little spreadsheet about how many people contributed, and then give you back the difference. So if I only needed $80 from you, I'd return $20 to you.
I got you.
Which is why, you know, I've put in the form, I put in there your wallet address. So wherever you send, whatever you tell me that wallet address is, that's where I'll send the money back. Yeah, that's it. And if I don't get to 2,000, if I'm, you know, if it only gets to 1,500 and I return everybody's money, then I've got their addresses to send the money back.
Okay, sounds fair.
Excellent. Okay, so 2 new messages, and then we'll call it a day. Isn't CMB making the offer? We also don't know if or how they've retrieved it from CMB. They did put something in the Telegram group, and by all means go and join the Telegram group and just look at the messages that are being posted and that sort of thing. It's called CMB Official Refund. In fact, the link, let me copy that and put it in the chat. Send to
So
meeting
where-
group chat. There you go. There's the Telegram link to CMB Official Refund. So, you know, go back through the messages, see what they're telling people, see what people are telling them. And you know, there are screenshots in there of people that claim to have got their money back. So you now know everything I know.
Where will we receive the wallet address to send the funds to you?
Okay, if you go to the let me put that in the chat again. So there, if you go to that Google Docs form, I'm sharing my screen again. This is the form that you'll fill in. And here's the Bitcoin wallet address if you want to send me Bitcoin. And there's the USDT TRC20 address, not ERC20, TRC20 address. Okay, like I said, I don't think I need to give you 16 different options for paying $100. Bitcoin, USDT. Okay, and then when you send it, then you'll give me also the wallet from which you sent the money and your transaction ID for that $100 so that I can keep track. I'll then have everything I need. I won't need to keep coming back to you saying, you know, what bit of information do I need for this, that, and next thing. Okay. So hopefully that's everything you need.
Okay.
All right.
Try and copy this. Well.
Is there a place for me to look? If I don't remember what level I was to. You know how much?
No, if you didn't keep that record yourself, then it's kind of gone. But you can figure out when you made your deposit, and then you can work out how much per day. You've still got the spreadsheets I produced for CMB, so you can say, well,
I remember some figures. I remember one day looking, I'm at this amount, and then another day looking at that amount, but I don't remember exactly at the end.
No, I don't think anybody remembers exactly, but you know, let's suppose you're owed, I don't know, 50,000 and you get 40,000 back. It's still pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, so just do the best you can with what you think is right. If you deliberately inflate that amount, no good will come of it, Tom. You know that. Just do the best you can, honestly, sincerely, what you think is best. Yeah, the right figure.
All right. I want to be if you have any time after this call, on with you anyway to invest, to do, you know, other, not having to do with this, on the other thing that, you know, things that you have going, would you help me a little bit to get going in this?
Yeah, absolutely. I've already told you what I think we should do. If you just if you just say yes, I'll go ahead and do that for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes, I'm in.
Great, I'll do it, and I will let you know when it's done.
Okay, so I'll just, I'll just hang on here?
Well, after the meeting,
After the meeting, right, after the meeting.
Thank you.
yes, but I haven't got much time now. I'll be doing that tomorrow, or maybe later tonight.
Later tonight, as soon as you possibly can.
Okay.
You just let me know.
I'll get it done later tonight, in about 3 or 4 hours,
Okay, good.
and I'll let you know when it's done.
All right, so good, okay.
Okay, guys. So that's kind of a private chat between Tom and I. So sorry about that. So I think we've covered everything we wanted to. Unless anybody's got one last question, one last comment, I'm going to end the meeting. And thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I was hoping there'd be support for this project, because if I was in your shoes, I would be saying, yes, let's get this done. Also, people who are watching this is going to go on YouTube. It's going to be a publicly available video. So anybody on YouTube, you can still go to Google Docs, fill in the form, send me the money, and you'll be included in my my promise to fund your attempts to get your money back. So even and just to point out too, I forget who asked me, I think it was Bindi. Even if I get 30 or 40 different replies and I only need the money from 20, I will keep my promise to those 40 people who did send the money in. Okay, even though I'll then be returning the money to you all. So I will keep my promise to those people as well. So just to let you know. I can see a lot of paperwork in my near future, I can tell you. Okay, guys. So yeah, watching this on the video, by all means, go to Google. You've got the links in the chat. You got the links on that last slide as well. So go back and get that. And thank you for your time and attention. I really appreciate it. God bless everyone. Have a blessed weekend.
Thank you, Andy.
God bless everyone. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Take care.